Got an extra chapter.
Free love? What is free love? Are you guys just gonna live, like, off the grid in a cabin in the woods? Because I'm okay with that. Outside? How many days has it been since I breathed in the outside air? I asked Noel with a feeling mixed with joy and confusion. Then he answered in a gentle voice that was quite unlike him. Yes, it would be quite unlike him, wouldn't it?
Yes. We're heading to our destination.
For some reason, Noel didn't go back to his room. We didn't prepare for this trip, and on the contrary, he repeated mysterious actions such as turning corners and going through holes. He knows all the secret ways. You should at least say something to Toya.
We don't really have time.
Is there a reason to hurry?
Please, hold on to me.
Whoa. He is speed! He did not answer my question, and immediately after he said that, Noel started to move. I could tell by the wind and vibrations that snatched my body that he was running at a surprisingly fast speed. Okay, I see you, Esta. You're cool. I wondered why he was in such a hurry, but I was afraid that if he stopped, my hopes would be crushed again. I didn't want to lose this gentle Noel.
Are you scared?
I clung to him tightly and was comforted by his voice. It was a warm sound, a heavenly difference from what I had heard in that basement. Even if I didn't know the reason for his change, I just wanted to trust it. No. I shook my head lightly, then... This is concerning. This sounds like Surin's music, though. Well, let's see who we ran into.
Where are you going?
I heard a low, stifling voice. Noel stopped sprinting and turned his body toward the voice. His arm holding me tensed up, and I could sense that he'd become wary.
I'll ask you again. Where are you going? It's none of your business. Let us through. Are you a traitor? Why are you betraying the one you vowed absolute obedience to? I am grateful to him, but I never swore obedience. You, who served as his right-hand man, would say that of all things. I trusted you, the most powerful assassin of all. I didn't want to do anything else. The job was everything to me. It doesn't look like I can talk you out of this. Then, I shall deal with you as a traitor. Try it, if you can.
Damn, they be fighting! Ah! The next moment, after a short breath was exhaled, I felt a floating sensation. He took a big leap backwards. From there, he turned around and started sprinting again. Even with such a big turn, Noel never let go of me and continued to accelerate steadily. Just what is...
It's okay. Just trust me. I'll protect you no matter what.
I sank into the ground for a moment as he readjusted his grip on me, and his right hand, which let go of me, briefly threw something backward. This guy's so strong!
Go!
Immediately after, what sounded like a scream was heard mixed with the sound of the wind.
Hold on tightly. Don't bite your tongue.
Where were we going, and why were we being attacked? I couldn't tell just from the information that reached my ears. The strong headwind seemed to be blocking our path, so I was scared.
I will protect you, no matter what. So, please trust me.
My heart was shaken with fear, but his powerful words calmed me down. I was still confused, but for now I just wanted to believe Noel's words that he would protect me. I nodded, resting my cheek against his muscular chest.
Thank you.
Did we escape? Are we alive? Simply going by the sound, I sensed Noel running through various places, through the woods, over streams, passing through caves. I was surprised at his superhuman strength, both mental and physical, as he could run that much without breaking his knees. And he's carrying you. I mean, sure, you've just been subsisting on fruit for who knows how long, but still. While I was impressed, the means of transportation changed to a horse, which seemed to have been prepared in advance. Oh, really? I love a man with a plan. Then after a few hours, I started to feel exhausted simply from being held in his arms. Even for Noel, he would die if he forced himself further. I was about to open my mouth in concern when the horse's gait began to slow.
We've arrived.
Judging from the smell and sound, it seemed that we were in a forest somewhere. This is
my personal safe house I've kept for a rainy day. I've never revealed this place to anyone, so we don't have to worry about being found.
You have a personal safe house? I love a guy who has backup plans just in case things go south. I mean, he's been doing this thing for long enough. He's like, I know what happens to subordinates that aren't needed anymore. I'm gonna have my own safe house. This guy's like Jason Bourne, man.
However, unlike life in the castle, there's nothing here.
Noel, sounding apologetic, held me and carefully dismounted the horse. Even having grown up in well-to-do circumstances, I had never in my life been treated with more reverence. When I landed on the ground, he readjusted his hold on me and rubbed my cheeks and arms as if to confirm that his treasure hadn't been injured. Stop! I get it. I love him, okay? He's precious. A sense of relief enveloped me, and the words, which had been held back in my mouth due to tension, came out. Why did we run away?
I'll explain when your eyes are healed, and the drug is completely out of your system.
After he said this, I thought I heard him muttering sadly,
But after the fruit's poison wears off, surely you will.
Why can't you tell me now?
Probably you believe that everyone who speaks to you is Noel.
Yes, of course. Why would I believe otherwise?
So, I'll explain later. You can decide what to do after hearing it. Until then, I'll act as your arms and legs, and your eyes.
Aw, arms and legs and eyes. Man, that callback to the beginning. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. I'm gone. This is just the neutral end. Like, yo, I'm happy with this. I wasn't convinced, but in this state I couldn't really do anything, much less protest. Still perplexed, I nodded, not wanting to add more uncertainty to the situation. I understand. It's a simple life, but it's nice. I like it. I like the little simple furnishings in here. I was gently lowered into what felt to be a bed. It was nice and fluffy. Have you been here recently?
Why?
Because the bed is fluffy and not dusty. Girl's still observant, even without her eyeballs working. When I mentioned the reason for the question, I heard a chuckling gasp. You made him chuckle, girl.
I came here to prepare before I picked you up. There's nothing here, so I thought I should at least clean up.
For me?
Yes.
That's not very like you, Noel.
I think you're tired today, so please rest.
Yes. I'm still a little fuzzy-headed, but I'm sure Noel is right. It will go away after a while. He's the one who put me in this condition, so he would know. Thinking about it, I found the current situation strange because I had to rely on the person who'd put me in this state. This should be the same person, but there's a huge difference between what he is now and what he was in the past.
What's wrong?
I just thought that the Noel who did those terrible things to me and what you are now are like completely different persons.
Is that so?
Yeah. Noel, you usually don't speak in such a gentle tone. Yes, that's... Did Noel ever have such a voice? This kind of... A sharp pain squeezed my head. The pain became so severe that I gradually became tired of thinking and finally fell into a deep sleep. Come on, Naala. Wake up from it. I believe in you. I felt like I'd slept for a long time. Disappointed that I still couldn't see, I sat up. There was a delicious smell. A sweet smell.
Are you awake?
Noel.
How are you feeling?
My headache has subsided, but I still can't see. What were you doing?
I was procuring things needed for life here and preparing the meal.
Noel, you're cooking for me?
Yes.
I must be dreaming. I can't believe that you'd cook for me.
You're undergoing treatment, so it's only natural.
I wonder.
Yes. I'll bring you a meal now.
After waiting for a bit, Noel, seemingly holding a tray, came back. I heard a huffing and puffing sound, then something was offered to my mouth.
Here you are. I've cooled it so you can eat it right away.
You don't have to go that far.
But it's difficult for you to raise your arms, isn't it?
Yes, but...
Then please, open your mouth.
Understood. He was gentle, but a bit forceful. I endured the embarrassment and opened my mouth. A spoon was inserted inside, and something warm touched my tongue. Hey, alright. All the allegations have been proven false. I will go to prison immediately for daring to even assert that he would do the mouth-to-mouth method. This boy is civilized. He can use a spoon. We love that. I chewed it slowly and swallowed. The mild taste of cow's milk and the sweetness of vegetables spread in my mouth, warming not only my body, but also my heart. It's really delicious. You're good at cooking.
I'm glad you like it.
Then Noel continued to silently bring the soup to my mouth, like a parent bird does to its chicks. When I finished all my food, he patted me on the head as if in praise. I'm happy he's being this kind to me, but things must be pretty difficult for Noel's subordinates back in the royal capital.
Oh yeah, what do you have to say about Esta, girl?
Speaking of, Noel's assistant Esta. As I spoke the name as it came to me, I could feel Noel's body shaking, perhaps startled by the abruptness of it.
What about him?
I just thought it must be difficult for him, with you here.
It seems a great deal of your cognition has returned.
What are you talking about?
No.
Is Esta angry?
About what?
With you here with me, that will make things busier for him, so I thought he might be angry about that. I wanted to get to know him better, but it seems that wish will never come true. Stop. This boy is gonna have like rainbows and sunshine and birds singing in his heart hearing that line.
It already has come true.
What do you mean?
Please rest for today.
Noel said nothing more, lightly stroked my eyelids, made me close my eyes, and walked out of the room. Noel. I curled up on the bed, alone, engrossed in my thoughts. I was blind, physically disabled, and constantly anxious, but I was certain of one thing. The Noel who is here, living with me now, would not do anything to hurt me. That gave me a sense of security. Although it is not guaranteed that it will always be the case. But for now, I wanted to believe in the gentleness of his unconditional love. Me too. Okay, another chapter. Person who waits for eternity. I awakened to the sound of birds chirping outside and the distant murmur of the river. How long has it been since I woke up with such a serene feeling? Noel won't tell me some things until I'm cured, and there's no telling when he might change again. Still, it was liberating and pleasant to wake up without being subjected to heartless treatment. I tried getting up with just my upper body. Even that took tremendous effort, and I sweated profusely. I finally got up. I sincerely believe that it is a joy to be able to do something by myself, even if it takes time. Perhaps because of that confinement, I felt grateful for every little bit of freedom.
Good morning.
Hearing Noel's voice caused my sleepy head to feel a sense of caution. My shoulders shook slightly, even though he hadn't done anything to me.
I caught a rather large fish today.
Perhaps being sensitive to my fear, Noel didn't approach, dropping his parcel at the entrance and speaking to me from there. I exhaled in relief, quieted by his soft voice, which enveloped my shriveled heart. Right. You're no longer that Noel. You've changed. The current Noel is a kind person, who cries, and even said he'd die for me. The fear that had been instilled in me wasn't going away anytime soon, but even while regretting the past, I wanted to restore our relationship. I tried to sound cheerful in order to properly respond to the kindness that had been shown to me. You went fishing?
Yes. I'll start preparing the meal immediately, so please wait for a bit.
You're kind.
Huh?
You're like a completely different person from before.
Do you hate me, as I am now?
No. I love you as you are now. Huh?
Thank you.
She gotta blush and she can't even see the blush. Stop. His subdued voice sounded slightly embarrassed, which made me feel embarrassed too. But it's not like Noel to be embarrassed. And giving thanks, too. Have I ever heard him express gratitude? No matter how much he might regret the past, is it possible for him to change so drastically? I feel like Noel's kindness was different from this. Ow. A headache put a stop to my thoughts. When I tried to resist it, the pain got worse and worse, and my head felt like it was squeezed by a vice. Ow. Ow.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. My head just started to hurt from thinking a bit.
Don't push yourself. Take it slow. You can return to normal bit by bit.
Return? You talk as if something's wrong with me. I have all my faculties. You are my husband, Noel, and I'm recovering as I can't move my body. By the way, I still don't know why we were attacked by assassins. You said you'd tell me the reason when I got better. See? My brain works just fine.
I see.
If that's the case, why does your laugh sound so sad?
That's just your imagination.
I know that much, even if I can't see. Did I say something you didn't like? I'm afraid that if we continue to miscommunicate, Noel will get angry again. Perhaps sensing my anxiety, Noel, kneeling beside the bed, took my hand. He held me as if I were fragile and kissed my fingertips.
My princess! Stop! Shut up! Shut up with that!
Oh no. But Noel also called her my princess. Are you trying to pretend to be Noel in this moment? Is that why you picked like that particular word, or do you also view her as like your princess? Because either way it works for me.
My princess. Please, listen to what I'm going to say as the words spoken by Noel.
What are you saying?
I love you. I want to treasure you more than anyone else. That's why I could never ever harm you.
Noel.
I'm wishing for you to be healthy and happy.
For you to say something like that, I could never have dreamed it. I was just a toy to you.
What did you want to be to Noel? I mean, to me.
Eh?
Did you want to be a toy?
No. But if I told you, you'd laugh in my face, wouldn't you?
Then please believe these words of mine. Your body is more precious to me than my own. From a single hair to the tips of your toes, everything is as lovely as a miracle.
Really? Can I really believe you, Noel?
You can't believe your husband's words?
I couldn't help but to laugh as he'd used these same words before. Ugh, my heart is breaking in so many different directions. I'm like a glass cage of emotions right now. While giggling, I placed my hand on top of his. Thank you, Noel. I can believe your words now. There's no deception in your voice. Did Noel ever speak in such a sincere voice?
What's wrong?
I've been sick, so maybe I'm just tired. Noel should be the only one who speaks to me, so it's stupid of me to doubt that.
Naala?
If there's a river nearby, I'd like to take a bath. I'd like to change my mood.
It's dangerous for you to move in this condition. I'll wipe your body after you finish eating, so please make do with that.
But I've been exposed to the opposite sex many times, but I still feel resistance to being seen under the morning sun. Besides, I was afraid that if he touched my bare skin, it would bring back unpleasant memories of that basement.
I told you before, I won't do anything to hurt you. I'm only going to wipe you down. Please relax.
Okay. I'm glad that he won't do terrible things to me, but it also makes me sad that he shows no interest in me at all. Just give it some time, girl. Just get your mind back, okay? Just that's all you gotta do first. Her face. I like that she can acknowledge to herself, like, man, I can't have it both ways. I'm kinda selfish, huh? I felt he tilted his head, unable to guess my inner thoughts as I laughed wryly. After finishing the meal, Noel began wiping my body as he promised. He gently wiped and carefully wiped away my sweat with a wet cloth. The touch through the cloth was so reserved that I couldn't help but fall silent. It's like he's seen my skin for the first time. I mean, maybe. Strangely embarrassed, I hid my chest with my arms and he softly pulled them away. The cloth ran across my breast. Despite my exaggerated jumpy movements, Noel continued to move his hands silently. Esta, you're stronger than most. And I don't mean because of the super speed and physical strength.
I'm finished. Thank you.
He went about his work in an indifferent manner. I let out a sigh at the coldness of his attitude. Why do I feel somewhat disappointed at that? My own sigh brought me back to my senses, and I shook my head.
Well, then, I'll be going out.
Where are you going? Feeling uneasy, I pulled at the hem of Noel's clothes as he stood up. I heard a breath of bitter laughter and then felt a gentle pat on the head.
I'm just going to get the things we need to live. I will be back as soon as I can, so please go back to sleep.
Okay. Be careful.
Okay, I'm going.
I felt a light kiss on the forehead before my body fell back down. A breath escaped from my mouth as I felt a sweet air that I hadn't felt before. I really am being spoiled. Take care, Noel. He's just gonna go have a very cold dip. That's all. That's all he's doing right now. Just the coldest stream he can find. I wonder when he'll be coming back. Right now, all I can do is rest my body. Feeling a bit uneasy about being by myself for the first time in a while, I touched the lingering warmth on my forehead and closed my eyes.
Isn't it about time you woke up?
Huh? In the pitch darkness, a familiar voice chides me. As I tilted my head, wondering who in the world it was, I was spoken to in a slightly irritated voice.
You know the truth, don't you? The effects have already worn off.
What are you talking about?
You don't think it's weird? Why would Noel run away? Why are you spending time here?
For my recuperation.
A convenient excuse. You don't want to get better because you're scared of the truth.
I have no idea what you're talking about. After angrily retorting, I'm startled by my own voice echoing in the darkness. Yes, it sounds like me. I noticed it, and now I'm being mocked from all sides.
You're weak. If you weren't clinging to his kindness, you wouldn't even be able to breathe.
No,
Then wake up. I'm not such a weakling. You want to know, don't you? Who it is that's really here by your side?
Suddenly the darkness melts away and the whole area is covered with white. At that moment, what I saw beyond the light was a face full of life. It was much like me, but in contrast to what I am now. Oh, her inner self trying to heal her. I feel like I had a weird dream. The strangeness remains, but I've completely forgotten the content. But I feel like I was told something important. As I desperately tried to remember, I heard the sound of the door opening.
Oh, so you're awake.
Relieved by the voice I heard, I raised my heavy upper body. Welcome back, Noel.
Thanks. Are you hungry?
A little.
In that case, let's eat. I'll prepare the meal immediately, so why don't you have a fruit while you wait?
I would never eat a fruit ever again if I were her. The sound of peeling, crunchy fruits echoed, and a sweet and sour aroma wafted through the air. I reflexively swallowed hard, and the fresh smell thickened, and I knew it was approaching.
Here you are.
I feel like you're really spoiling me.
Do you dislike being treated like this?
No, I'm happy. It's a bit embarrassing, though. I groped for the bowl and carefully picked it up so as not to drop it. Then I felt a relieved breath on my face, and I felt Noel got up. Sorry to be eating ahead of you.
I plucked this for you, so don't worry about it.
You've really become a good man. You are the epitome of a good husband.
I want to be your good friend.
Though you're my husband?
That's one aspect of being a comrade, isn't it?
Friends. As I recited Noel's words, the shadow of someone else's face flickered in my mind. It struck me as odd, and I recalled the shadow that had passed. Thinking for a few seconds, I spoke the name that suddenly came to mind. Esta.
What did you say just now?
I told him that I wanted us to be friends. I just remembered that. He's like, I thought she remembered me. I thought she could see me. I wonder what Esta's doing now. I felt we were able to become good friends, but with me here, we can't even talk.
What would you do, becoming good friends with him?
What would I do? Is there something wrong about that?
No, there's nothing wrong, but...
But?
Even if you became good friends with him, you'd be bored. He doesn't deserve to be your good friend.
Why do you say that he doesn't deserve?
Because he's a slave.
Esta is... a slave?
Yes. He has less human rights than the women who were kidnapped. A slave. No different from the pigs and cows sold in the market.
We never did get to hear his backstory. I was reminded of the slave market that I'd seen before. At the time I only saw women, but it's possible that men could also be sold as laborers. Esta's past that was revealed to me was unexpectedly dark, and the awkwardness of hearing it from someone other than himself made me feel uncomfortable. I had no idea that Esta had such a troubled past.
But perhaps that was fortunate for him.
Being a slave?
As a slave, he was bought by Lord Null, by me. If he'd been bought by someone else, he might have died due to the Master's whimsical mistreatment. In that respect, he was lucky not only to be picked up, but even to be given a higher education.
Why did you take Esta?
Perhaps it was because we were from the same country. I think his self-esteem wouldn't allow himself to see someone from his own country being humiliated, because that would feel as if he himself were being humiliated.
Interesting. So that's why she was like, there's something about the two of them that looks similar, and it's because they're from the same country. How interesting. You speak as if it were someone else's matter.
It's fading from my memory.
So that's why Esta swore an oath to you.
He felt indebted, but it's a little different than being loyal. No, I mean Esta. He didn't have feelings strong enough to be considered loyalty.
Then why does he follow you?
He was raised like a puppet who simply follows orders. He had no desires of his own. He got no pleasure out of fulfilling the tasks he was given, but then again, disobedience didn't appeal to him either.
Has Esta changed now?
Now.
I stared at Noel, who remained silent with my unseeing eyes. It was strange to hear Noel speak of Esta's inner thoughts as if they were his own, and at the same time, my heart tingled. I wonder why it's so haunting.
The meal is almost ready. We can continue this conversation another time.
I was really more interested in the conversation over the meal, but I would feel sorry if I let the food he made go cold. I swallowed the words of urging that were about to come out of my mouth and smiled awkwardly. 1, 2, 3, 4... I counted in my head how many days I've been here. I still can't see, and I spend all my time in the bed, so I can only count by the number of meals. It seems one can even become accustomed to such an inconvenient life given time. Lately, I've been able to sleep peacefully. You know, I wouldn't be complaining if I were you, considering where you came from before this place. Like, this is very inconvenient. I'm like, I'm sorry, would you rather go back to the dungeon room? I had a few nightmares, but then Noel would sleep next to me and hold me. So, he's late today. His unusually long time away from home makes me feel even more insecure. I hate that I can't casually walk out to greet him. But he really is late. He's usually back by now. With each passing hour, the realization that I was alone weighed heavily on me. He couldn't have been attacked by assassins again, could he? As soon as I thought that, unpleasant beads of sweat broke out. Having thought about it once, I continually thought about bad developments. I can make it out to the front of this hut, at least. And do what? You can't see nothing. He would be behind you before you even knew anything was going on. You just want to, like, stick your schnoz out there and get bopped by an assassin girl? You crazy. I'm still weak, but I am able to walk, and moving around, even just a little, will help my recovery more than sleeping all day. Reasoning like this, I lowered my trembling feet to the ground. Okay, I think I can walk a bit. I moved around the room by groping. I took my time walking along the wall and reached what I believed to be the door. I hate everything about this. The cold air caresses my cheeks and I know I'm outside. There are no walls to rely on from here. My anxiety swells up and a weaker part of me thinks about going back to the room. Hello, it's me. I'm the weaker part of you that thinks you should go back to the room. But I would be depressed to return to the room without Noel. I cried out, desperate not to return to the room on my own. Oh, I really hope this is still just the residual effects of that fruit and conditioning training by Noel, because this is just so dumb on so many levels. Noel! Noel! But I only got silence in return. Tears began to well up in my eyes as I felt the discomfort growing in my heart. Then...
Naala?
From far away, I heard a voice that sounded terribly surprised. No! I was so happy to see him back safely that I just stepped out without checking anything. Immediately, the unexpected drop in the ground caused my body to fall forward. Ah!
Naala! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
I'm sorry. Apparently, Noel came running up to me and caught me before I fell over. As I apologized and buried my face in his broad chest, I heard his heart beat unusually fast. Your heart is racing. Even you get shaken up, eh?
I can't stay calm to think something may happen to you. So don't surprise me like that.
I felt his grip on me tighten, and I grinned, feeling happy. He cherishes me. He's spoiling me. That comfort tickled me from the inside out.
Why are you out here?
I went looking for you, worried because you hadn't come back. I thought something might have happened to you.
I'm sorry. I had to go a long way.
I was worried.
Sorry.
His second apology was mixed with a bitter laugh, and his voice was so sweet that I wanted to sulk even though I wasn't angry. But if I did that, then the current Noel really would feel apologetic. I caressed Noel's cheek, loving such clumsiness of his. I'm sorry I troubled you.
You didn't, but you scared me to death.
Yeah, I scared myself, too. We both giggled. As soon as our racing hearts had calmed down completely, the hand that had caressed my cheek took my hand, and I felt a gentle kiss on my fingertips.
You can move around a lot more now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be running around in no time.
I'm sure I don't have to tell you this, but save that for after your eyesight returns.
I can't move around until then. Bedridden life is depressing, both for the body and soul. I didn't like it, so I pleaded with Noel. Chuckling, he pulled himself away from me.
Then how about a walk to the river nearby?
He gently holds my hand and my heart flutters. Even though I can't see, if Noel guides me now, my anxiety will fly away. Yeah, I want to go with you.
Yes, me too.
A sincere smile comes to my face as he gently regrips me. I love this Noel. I want to walk everywhere with him. With my emotions overflowing, I open my mouth. The heart knows, even if the eyes are blind. How do I make this disappear? I've forgotten everything that I knew. There we go. Lovely. Aww. This is probably how it's gonna end, isn't it? And I'm gonna be like, but that was, I'm not satisfied yet. Wait. Thank you for everything, Esta. I could feel Noel choke out the instant I called his name. I wonder if I got his name wrong. No, I couldn't have. I have definitely called out the name of the person whose hand I'm holding. Right? I did call out your name, right? But what is it? I don't think I'm wrong, but it feels like my perception is not quite right. Or perhaps the gears in my head that had gone off the rails are gradually coming back. That's odd. It's as if I hadn't called you by name up to now. I really want to call out your name.
Yeah, me too. I want you to call out for me. But there's no need to rush. I will always be by your side. Even if you never love me, I will be waiting. I will be waiting for you.
Person who waits for eternity. Oh, it's so sweet. No epilogue because it's a neutral ending. So apparently, I didn't realize this, but Mora told me that was originally Esta's only ending in the original cut of the game. That was all you got with him, was that little bittersweet end. So I'm very glad they added a best ending for this boy, because gosh, I loved that. He's won a lot of points with just the neutral end alone, not gonna lie. Yeah, that was fantastic. I loved that. I like, if that's the neutral end, what is the best ending? I cannot wait to see. So I'm gonna have to restart the game and work my way towards whatever is going to change. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if we're gonna meet him earlier, or I mean, some kind of branch off is going to happen, presumably. So we'll discover that together next time, guys. For now, I hope you enjoyed Esta's neutral end. Until next time, I will see you later.